Hello. I swear I'm not buses. You get nothing for ages. A couple of things come along, maybe a little lull, and then everything at once. For those of you keeping track, this is my third video this week, assuming the week starts Monday. And I've just noticed now it arrived this morning. It came perfectly fine. My partner himself opened the door, and then that was for you. So I know it arrived safely. But I've just noticed as I picked it up to start doing this, it's actually got a tear in it. So a little annoying, but that could be because if you notice it's quite loose packaging. It feels like it's perfectly secure. This is one of those where I know what it is because the person running the Kickstarter was like, oh wow, like 500 or something of us was really quick on our responding. I was like, oh no, we've got stuff ready to go now, and you guys are really fast. So yeah, you guys get priority because you did the back account and everything. So that's cool. So yeah, the turnaround on this one has been really fast from when the campaign ended. Eat rattles. I know what that is. That's kind of fun. So yeah, this is kind of a fun one for me because I know, like I said, I know what's in here, but obviously seeing it is going to be the different experience. So yeah, I'll just since we've already got a tear in the top here, I'll just pull along through here. And our first item is the primary item. This is the thing I actually campaigned for, like what the actual campaign was. And I'll show you the back first because it's quite cool. It's just okay. I was looking at the warning sticker, but the warning sticker is just about the bag. So bright orange, very sturdy box. You can see all around the edges. Quick plop. But what's in here? What is in such a strong, sturdy box? Yes, you read that correctly. This is a scrunchie. A thing for which putting up the hair. How do scrunchie? I apologise to headphone users. I realise this is really rattly. Trying to find the there it is. Yep, it's gone now. So this, because I got on early bird, this was free. This box came with it. I think they said that this box alone is worth $10, $20, $30. I can't remember exactly, but about the same or more than the item inside. See if I can read this in this light. Tactical scrunchie, punch protection, secret pocket, 100% Kevlar, hair tie for unpredictable lifestyles. And again, yeah, Kevlar, hidden pocket, punch protector, slash proof, fireproof, super soft, ultra tough. So there you go. That's the first what I read was on the back, and the second that I just read was on the front. So let's pop her out and have a look. Oh wow, that is nice. I wouldn't say it's the softest thing I've ever felt. I mean, where's my regular? I can't remember where I put it. I always lose my other scrunchie, so I guess if I keep it in here, I won't lose it. That's actually quite tight. Like the elastic on it is quite tight. So there it is. It has like a little finger hole. So if you were to, I think the idea is that you can wrap it around yourself, and so if you would need to punch anything, you'd have it secure. So I'll have to play with that, figure out how that's. Now, I'm not the kind of person who has the sort of lifestyle where I could get myself into situations that I'd need to go punching through walls with my scrunchie. But one, I think I mentioned this before, I was a Girl Guide. There's the pocket, so you might hide your key. Oh, that's good. It is lined, so there's like edges to the pocket, so you're not gonna lose whatever it is inside. So yeah, the pocket is that, which is a good size. You can fit well, there's my sniff stick, which is about equivalent to a lip balm. There's like, so that's that, you can see, and then there's still quite a lot of space. You could fit a couple of keys or some spare coins or monies in here. Just for the sake of demonstration, I'm going to keep that in there because it's quite a hard plastic. And yeah, like I said, I used to be a girl guide, and so the idea of having things to just have them there to be ready, and like if I need it, I can think. Okay, so 2 twists is fine for my hair. Obviously, if you have thinner hair or thicker hair, then you might have to adjust. But I can't really show you. So here is my sniff stick. I don't know if that's coming up. Coming up. So you can see, I think. Apologies for bad aim. But my sniff stick is there. So actually, yeah, as I'm wearing it, I know there's an object in there that's like hard, but it's not thing. If I've had it in a slightly different position, I've twisted it around so it's on top. I guess I could twist it around so it's on the bottom, and that's still. I think maybe I'm a little bit more aware of it because it's coming down, but I'm not feeling it as I'm tilting my head back. It's kind of not rubbing on me or anything. So yeah, I guess you could have it facing downwards and be under your ponytail. And obviously, if you're choosing something a little bit softer, like fold up money or even a couple of coins, depending on the denomination, they might be so heavy. So yeah, you could have something in the pocket, like keys, like money, and have it under the ponytail, and it wouldn't necessarily bother you, and people wouldn't necessarily. The only other thing that, good pull by the way, no tug, is that obviously the zipper itself a little heavy, so that might tickle your neck. But yeah, otherwise quite good. I've just found my other scrunchie, and actually the other scrunchie is not rough. It's not a smooth texture either. So yeah, you could get, like I said, it's big enough for a lip balm, or in this case a sniff stick, but you could put that there. Put other hair ties in there. I've got a this little fidget ring thing can go in here. I've got probably not this, that's a bit too big. If you get bored, can I put a little bouncy ball in here? Alright, that's that. What else have I got? Oh, there you go. This is something kind of practical. Little nail clippers. I don't actually have any coins or cash to hand at the moment. That's why I'm finding more random things. Oh, and this is not a key, but it is a multi-tool thing. So, alright. So I have like 4 or 5 different objects in there, including a little rubber bouncy ball, which is quite obviously a lot. Now, obviously, there is more in there. I'm more aware of it on the back of my neck, and doing this I can feel movement of stuff. But again, weight-wise, it doesn't actually feel that heavy. I know it's in there because I've just put it all in there and I'm kind of aware of it. But if I was to then carry on and go about my day, there is a fair chance I may sort of forget it's there. Especially if I'm sort of not just in the house out and about, just doing stuff, but actually out and about. Depending on also what I'm wearing. Might be quite warm and everything. So yeah. Yeah, you can fit quite a lot in that pocket. There is a lot. And obviously in this case, as I said, I don't have cash to hand. But there is, like I said, there's still room. So remembering that this is like, we've got 4 fingertippies in there as well that I could possibly get in if I needed to. So you could put like safety pins or something or whatever in here. So to remind you, I put this in here, my metal multi-tool thing, which is always useful. Just this fidget toy that I just happen to have to hand, which as you can see is not small itself, and that just bounced away. I have a rubber bouncy ball, just because it was to hand and it's very pretty. But again, this is a solid object. If you know what little rubber bouncy balls look like, that that's a solid object. And then my nail clippers, and then my in my case it's a sniff stick because I get with my nose. But that could be a lip balm or something else, or you could probably put a lip balm and a sniff stick in here. And yeah, so that pocket wise, that's a really good pocket, and it didn't feel like it was, like I said, it didn't feel heavy. It was a little bit lumpy, because probably mostly for the ball, but I could probably fit more in here, and it would still be good. So that's actually very cool. And yeah, so you got the if you needed to punch anything for whatever reason, twist it around your hand or whatever. Like I said, I'm not planning on getting myself into situations where I have to punch myself out, but you know, it is kind of there. We've got, you're going to be covered up, you're not going to hurt your knuckles. Probably going to have to practice how I'm supposed to hold this thing. There's I will post the website where they sell these stuff, but yeah, it's a scrunchie. It holds quite a lot. I probably will make this my de facto scrunchie, because I'm actually genuinely impressed with how much I could get into that pocket and it not really be a distraction when I'm wearing it. So that is very cool. Also have this. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to keep the scrunchie in there, but yeah, you could put a small, apparently this is like really heavy duty, and it's, you can see how deep the things are, so that's like quite so I think it might be waterproof. Right, I'm going to do something which probably isn't normal operations. Okay, I don't know if you can tell. I've put some little bit of water in here. This might go horribly wrong. Oh wow! Okay, so if I turn it around, you should be able to. There you go. So if water's not coming out, then logically one has to assume water's not coming in. Like, I'm not even like, there's nothing even like a tiny drip or condensation. I guess in under certain heat conditions, humidities or whatever, that you could get condensation. But yeah, that is solid, that is waterproof, so you could put your I don't even know if you can get emergency snacks in there, but you could definitely put like a small first aid kit, or like a few first aid essentials, maybe a little sewing kit, just some other stuff that you might need as you're out and about. And I'm not going to untie this, because it's, as you can see, it's actually done quite neatly, and if I undo it, it'll be a mess. But I'm going to assume this opens up long enough that you can actually wear this or stick it in a bag or whatever. So it's a good size, but not too big. And like I said, very solid. And yeah, that water's not going anywhere. So there you go. There's the little box that comes with it. But that was the main campaign. That was the main reason I did the thing. However, as you're aware, if you've been following a lot of my Kickstarter videos for a while, that's never the only thing. In this particular case, it was as an add-on. Did I just adjust my lighting? I think I did. Come back. There we go. So they were like, hey, we have some stuff that is coming back into our store. If you, as people that have added to this campaign and helped us out, you can order these at a discounted price. It'll be first come, first serve, which is my theory as to why so many people were like really quick off the mark in coming up and saying, hey, you know, doing all the back kit stuff, because it's like, oh, actually, you know what, I wouldn't mind having these particular items. And they were discounted. So again, I will link their website. It's Tactic Couture, by the way. I haven't said their name yet. But they were like, I saw the stuff before on their website. I was like, I can't read for it right now. Although I think it might have been sold out. For the backer kit, for those of us that did the campaign, they were like, okay, it'll be first come, first served, but it's also going to be heavily discounted. So I think it was like half the price. So that was also things. It was something I was like interested in, and half price. But before I get to those, we have a little info sticker. Thank you so much. We appreciate you so much for backing our Kickstarter. These tactical scrunchies are now a reality because of you. Bonus tactical survival decal, which is this sticker, which I've done one of their campaigns before, and so now I have 2 of these stickers, which is very cool. So I can like, I might stick one on something and one's on something else. One's like, they are different sizes. But yeah, I now have 2 of these funky hologram survival stickers. And also, yeah, these are just like nail stickers that came out with it. So the previous campaign was for hair clips. So this was the campaign, a pair of these, which are very big and strong. And my hair turns out not necessarily the thing I need, but it's still good, and you can, I could put it in across my hair and do that. But then you've also got mini versions, which have got the blades and stuff. And so I'm getting quite the collection of their goodies now. So yeah, 100% Kevlar, XL size, soft and comfortable, secret pocket, fire resistant, flash resistant, shock, yeah, and then the shockproof gift packaging. So and stabilizing finger hole. On Instagram, so are we. Okay, I'm not on Instagram, but if those of you who are, that's their Instagram QR. So feel free, and then there's some other information about them down here. So again, feel free. But yes, I'll save that one. There are bonus items in here. They're available now. So if you want them, you know, be quick. Which again is my theory as to why so many people responded so quickly to the backer kit. That's pretty cool. So again, very smart packaging. I think, oh, that's a Ziploc. Okay, so warm and soft, 5% stronger than 5 times stronger than steel, 5 ounces, super lightweight. World's most indestructible scarf woven from the same fabric used in bulletproof vests. This is a ballistic scarf. That's what it says. Overcome, improve, adapt. That's improve, overcome, adapt. Which I think is, I don't know if it's specifically their motto or Bear Grylls' motto, but either way it kind of works. So this was also kickstarted. The ballistic scarf is soft, warm, and complements any outfit. Whether you're undercover CIA agent, or at a formal dinner, or an evening jogger who is looking for a layer of lightweight protection, the ballistic scarf is heat-proof / resistant and super strong. We even layered up one scarf and stopped a .22 caliber round. We obviously, but obviously don't try that. This comfortable scarf is carefully woven from the same fibers found at the core of bulletproof body armor. The lightweight flame-resistant fabric is even used by welders to protect themselves from sparks. Now, I've tried welding. It's a fun hobby, but you have to be very careful. I did I did actually set the bottom of my jeans on fire, and it took me a little while to notice because why does it smell burning? Oh crap, it's me. Don't worry, I'll put myself out. It's fine. But yeah, welding, don't mess around. It is dangerous. Fun if you've got like proper supervision, you can get an opportunity to give it a go. Please do, under supervision, but please do, because it is. I found it very interesting and fun, but very careful. Please be very, very careful. The culmination of years of research, field testing, and stress tests. We are delighted to bring you the world's most indestructible scarf. Soft, warm, fireproof / proof. Our ballistic scarf is crafted using highly durable para-armored fibers that are specially woven to create a comfortable jersey knit feel. The best part is everyone thinks it's a simple black scarf. They have no idea what it's hidden. And then there's care instructions, washing instructions. So yeah, so let's pop her open. Let's have a look-see. Oh, that is nice. Oh, that is okay. So, okay, scrap cloth for testing. So I guess that's for like, take it to dry cleaners and they can do the thing on it. Like, I know a lot of things you have scrap tests for different types of you know, if you're going to use chemicals on it for cleaning, yeah, or if you wanted to tie-dye it for whatever reason. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. I'd keep it as is, but I guess you maybe could do like a camo tie-dye on it just for the lols. So that's kind of neat. They provide some test material. There we go. So, ballistic scarf, so that's their label, which is quite cute. Oh, that was a silica jar. I knew something was rattling. Okay, so I don't know if you can. So, yeah, you can probably just see my arm here. So it's not even that thick. Like, I can see the screen. It's fuzzy. It's like through a cloud. But hang on, let me. So you can see it's not like solidly thick, but it looks really smart. It does actually look very smart. So you could. I usually crossbody, so I kind of crossbody like that. But you probably could also do the Sherlock special and have it like that and be very smart still. Yeah, no, this is very cool. It's not heavy, so you could probably wear it all weather. I mean, obviously in the summer it might look a little bit odd, but it's also, yeah, it's quite long, so about a couple of meters. Judging, like, let me see. So this is my USB cable that I know is definitely 2 meters long. So just under 2 meters, which is not a bad length. In case you were curious, in case you wanted to look at yourself and go, oh, that does look good. But yes, yeah, so you could get a couple of, depending on your style choice, the way you normally wear it. That's cool. Now, what I normally do is, depending on the weather and how it's going, I normally have a lighter thin scarf cross-bodied. So I'll have like my top, usually my sweater or whatever, depending on how cold it is. So I'll cross-body under the thing, then put a jacket on, maybe my coat if I need to layer more, and then have like a prettier fluffy scarf over top of that, depending on how, again, depending on the how the weather's going. But like moderate weather, probably could just get away with this. And yeah, so by cross-bodying it, because how wide it is, you've got like cover that much and then that much again. So again, I'm not planning on getting myself in situations where I'm going to get myself in any kind of trouble. But, you know, it's nice to know that if trouble finds me for whatever reason, that I've got a layer of protection that is also quite stylish. And yeah, so it's quite wide, so you can probably... I'm not saying, again, go out and do the full John Wick and, like, protect yourself, but if you were found yourself into a situation, like, I'm not going to test this, I'm not going to recommend anyone else test this in uncontrolled situations, but in theory, this is just my theory, completely untested. If anyone from Tacticature happens to be watching this can answer the question for me, please do. But I reckon if you happen to be in a situation where there's exploding glass, just happens to be like, that's more likely to happen to me here in the UK. Like, you know, something smashes someone, you probably could, you know, give yourself a little facial protection. You know, obviously it's quite open at the top, so you might still get some glass fall down depending on directions. But yeah, I'm saying it may have uses beyond, because it does say slash proof. Yeah, slash proof. So yeah, depending on how fast and how much, you could probably give yourself some protection from falling glass. Maybe. Again, I'm not the expert, but as a as a fairly unobvious item, and again, sorry, not again, why do I keep saying again? If necessary, because it is a scarf, and if you're in a situation, this is a good length, so you could, if need be, you know, tie it up and have a quick sling as well, which is also useful. Like I said, this is... I don't know how strong I am, but I'm reasonably strong. And that's some good welly. Well, widthways. Yeah, you can see there's a lot of pull. So this is going to go into rotation. This is going to go into my regular rotation as a scarf. It's quite wide, so it will cover your neck. And finally, and thank you for those of you sticking with me and watching this whole thing, but finally, I do have another item, which is Rattly. And I'm not going to read the label. Although I will say I like the envelope design. That's very cute. Again, apologies, headphone users. Whoop. You guess what is it? Pop that out. Pop that up. Ooh, that is. Okay. It is a necklace. It is quite the heavy necklace. Magnetic closure, everyday wear, and for those of you who are able to see, Kara M-Bit Raptor Claw Knife, EDC for on-the-go women fusion fashion with function, chic, concealed, innovative. Okay, there's a lot of words on here. I may have to switch over my glasses. Okay, come on, untwizzle. So this was the item I saw on the website that, like, don't get me wrong, this was like, oh, that's intriguing. This was like, oh, that's really pretty. I'm not big for wearing lots of necklaces and stuff, mostly because I kind of fall out of the habit. But this one, again, I might put into regular rotation. I will give you an appraisal of its weight in a moment. But let us read all the big text. Cut hazard, sharp blades, improper use, chiseling, ice, picking, prying, applying force onto the back of a blade or contact may result in injury. Always keep blades away from fingers and body. Do not use if damaged or blade is loose, or apply force onto the back of the blade handle with care. If not in use, this is a sheath, safe place. Keep out of reach children. Consult with your doctor for use of magnetic jewellery. So that's an interesting thing. So if you've got, like, I don't, but I guess it's like if you have a pacemaker or something like that, then that kind of could be a very good thing. So yes, it made me think about it. It's not a concern I have, but it made me think about it. And do not use magnets if you have an implanted medical device, or any kind of as a pacemaker, a defibrillator, or an insulin pump. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Or if you are pregnant, always consult a reliable doctor if conventional medicine is unsure. A reliable doctor if conventional medicine if unsure, especially if there's suddenly a change in state of your health. Any use of the knife other than cutting is considered improper use and may result in injury or damage. Do not use the knife for prying. Handle with care. Sorry, the periods are very small. So yeah. Wear protective clothing. So there's lots of here. That's the last bit. Because you can see it's got a text wall. But yeah, there we go. It's so you can see it's quite shiny and thing. I'm going to swap my glasses back over. I need to get thinner glasses. Oh, it's nice being able to read, but oh, that's better. The weight of the lens being uneven is really starting to notice it. Ah, there we go. So there we go on both sides. So it's, let me just gather that up. That is quite the beast. Ooh, it's got like a serrated edge here, which I'm assuming could be useful, like maybe as a saw. So there's that. Let me just oh, let me just get it against the black, so that helps you get a better view of it. So yeah, that's that is that. There's quite the vicious little beastie. Does it go back one way, or could it go either way? It's a magnet, so it might tell you. Okay, now that definitely goes back in that way, but I think the dips are slightly misaligned. Yeah, so alright, so aesthetically it has a preferred way to go back, so you can see the dips are no longer misaligned, but in a pinch it will go back either way. So there you go. I like a longer chain, about 18 inches preferably for me, so that is usually full length. About there. Okay, 1 second, hang on a second, my hair is going to pinch, so where you go, great. I have 2 scrunchies lying around now. I managed to lose them back. Oh, there you go. Hey, it's one of my videos. It fell on the floor. Well, because it was soft, I didn't hear it. So, there we go. I've got the tactical scrunchie. We have, careful, I'm right-handed, so I usually put the clasp in this one. Give me a moment. Just a little while since I put the necklace on. So for me, about here is the right length. Oh, that caught really quickly. I didn't have to go. Is that in the ring or is it? No, that's actually in the ring. So normally I have to find where I am. So there you go. There it is here. So it's kind of on my collarbone. So just, sorry, let me just, so I don't like anything that's going to sit here. So it sits quite low. And honestly, yes, this is quite heavy. I'm definitely noticing the weight of this necklace because I actually haven't worn a necklace before. And as you can see, it's quite a lot of metal. However, I think once you get used to it, the amount of spare chain I have is quite a lot. I think I can't really tell from here. What's that about? About an inch of spare chain. So yeah, you can probably, if you want it lower down, you can. Obviously, if you want it higher up, you can. But for me, yeah, it's heavy for me because I'm not used to wearing it, and I expect it to be heavy. But so you're wearing it. You probably could. Oh yeah, that actually was really easy. So my initial concern was like, do you need to grab this part first before grabbing that part? Which is probably better for safety. Better. But yeah, you can just, if need be. Now what I might do, because when I do that, that's backwards. I might see if I can turn this around, because like I said, I'm right-handed. I would prefer it so the blade's coming out facing that way, so it's ready to go. Although if it goes that way, and then you pull it, it's more of an up motion, isn't it? So yeah, I might play around with this and switch it around so the blade's pointing a different way, but yeah, but it just, and then you've got a blade ready to use. Again, like, yeah, obviously, you know, for all your box cutting emergencies. Let me do the test. Just a normal, regular piece of paper. Okay. Okay, it's not the sharpest blade, but if I would need to get through some sellotape or something. So yeah, but obviously the big blade test is if you go like that, how quickly it will cut through the paper. But that's probably a good, there you go. It might depend on the width of the paper as well. So sharpness wise, it's sharp enough. And that has got quite the point on it, but not so sharp that it's going to be an immediate emergency. And yeah, you've got a serrated. So yeah, the serrated edge is also going to chew stuff up. So yeah, it's quite cute. The necklace, once you take the knife out, you can notice the weight difference. But that is actually very pretty. I like this. It's not overly showy. You know, it's not my usual style. I usually prefer things a little bit smaller or like slightly geekier. But yeah, so you got your scrunchie, you got your nice sort of necklace, you got your smart scarf, and if need be, depending on you got some wispy bits of hair. Sorry, go that way around. You've got your hair clip, so your hair's all out of the way. So you are ready for a very smart night on the town, but you're also ready if stuff goes down. Now again, I'm not saying that you should go looking for trouble, but we do live sadly in a modern world. You do hear stories, especially sadly for women, where people do get hurt, do get into trouble. So the fact that somebody's out there making a range of stuff that does stealth, it's like, you can, obviously this is slightly less stealth, but it's small enough, and like I said, the walls are still in there, by the way. the water is still in there. This is small enough that you could. I tend to use a big rucksack, but you could have if you had like a medium, not like a tiny little clutch, but if you've got like a medium sort of purse that can fit more than 2 items in it, then you could put this in. So you've got, like I said, a quick, some first aid essentials. If you have allergies or needs like an EpiPen or what am I thinking? Diabetes, something, I know they're not always needles anymore. They've got different ways of doing diabetes. So yeah, you probably could put, if you have medical essentials, tablets or whatever, you could also put those in here. So you've got those in a strong box. I mean, if you have the regular medical needs, you probably already have something solid to put them in. But just saying, as a secondary thought. But yeah, so this less discreet, but still solid. That you can just hide it in the bottom of your bag, and then not have to worry. So you've got things that are ready to go if needed. But otherwise, yeah. I mean, I'm wearing jammies, so I'm probably not going to go out on town like this. But I've got my nice scarf. I've got a pretty necklace. I've got my hair's all nice and tidy out the way. And any wispy bits I'll put away with my clips, which can also, just so I don't have to take them out immediately. The set, and because now I'm kind of curious. This is a spare of the hair clips that I've got. Not the sharpest there, but again, you can do it if you need to. That'll cut through stuff. And the big ones are apparently, I haven't tested, I say apparently because I haven't tested it, but I also have no reason to disbelieve it, will actually cut through, obviously it's a sawing motion rather than a poking motion, but will cut through a seatbelt. So if necessary, you can cut yourself out of the seatbelt. So theoretically, even on my hair, I could, how's that look? Have a big clip in as well. It's black, so you're not necessarily, on my hair, you're not necessarily notice it. And so yeah, if need be, I have a big clip in, small clips. I as a rule, and I might look and see what I've got, I might break down my current first aid kit. But as a rule, I tend to keep first aid kits and other bits and pieces with me. I've got, these you can get anywhere, certainly in the UK you can get them pretty much anywhere. This is a pen. There you go. This is just a pen, but it's also a spirit level ruler, and there's a screwdriver in here, and obviously that's like a smart tech thing. The screwdriver does pop out, so you've got Phillips and flathead. So generally speaking, I am the sort of person that this stuff is absolutely aimed at, because I love this kind of gadgety stuff. As you can tell from the fact I've more or less bought all their stuff. This actually came in a goodie box. If you've seen like some of my older videos, you would know where this came from. But this is also a multi-tool thing that I happen to keep with me on my hip pouch. And yeah, it's got like screwdriver and other bits and pieces in here. Not a knife. This one doesn't have a knife, but I think that was because where I got it from was aimed at like younger people as well. So obviously in the UK we have knife laws. I'm assuming in other countries as well, but you can't buy a knife. I think it's 16 or 18. Alexa, what's the age limit for buying a knife in the UK?
From Blubbolt.com. To purchase knives in the UK, the law states that the customer must be 18 years of age or over.
There you go, 18 to buy a knife. So because the goodie box I got this in would have been aimed, yeah, younger people could buy it. I think that's why there's no knife, but hey, I have a knife. So yeah, Tacticature. I will link their stuff. I don't know, because the way they said it in the campaign, if they will have the scarves and necklaces available on their website currently. But the scrunchie, if I've intrigued you enough, should be, and I think they may even have more hair clips. If that's something that, and also I say, because I am a female person, so this is good for me. But this scarf, absolutely unisex. And if you're a guy who wants to wear this necklace, I mean, if you want to put away, men wear chains. I'm not, you know, I won't judge. And like, for hair clips, if you're a gentleman who keeps their hair longer and wants something to pull things away, again, a hair clip will not do you any harm. And these ones are quite, I think they do have like a rainbow one, so like the anodized one, so kind of more like this, which did look neat, and I did contemplate for a little bit because they got for like, I think on the back of kit, they were like £8 or something, but I've got like 4 plus the 2 big ones, so I didn't really need more of those. But yeah, so you can have them black or you can have them anodized. I think that's the right way of saying it. Yeah, so honestly, not sponsored, but am a fan. Will probably put these into my everyday use. And like I said, if you hadn't sat there watching me babble on about them for the last 40 minutes, and thank you if you are still here, because you are, as always, part of my awesome crew for sticking around during the babble zone. Or sorry, the waffle zone. Continuity is king. But yeah, if you're still here during the waffle zone, you are awesome. But also, if you are still here and have watched this whole 40-something video, you know that I'm obviously clearly enthusiastic about these things, because, well, just look at them. Just look. If I hadn't sat here talking about these, would you necessarily, if you saw me walking down the street, would you necessarily notice that this is like, you know, bulletproof up to .22 caliber and slash proof? And no, I'm not gonna slash at my new scarf with my new knife, just because other people have done the testing for me. I don't feel like I need to. But yeah, you would notice, and that's what makes this stuff really, really cool. Even though, like I said, I'm not planning on putting myself in a position where I need to put a scrunchie around my fist to keep myself safe. But I now have a scrunchie that I could put around my fist if I need to get myself thing. And like I said, I fit a lot of items in here. And it didn't feel too bad on my neck. And like I said, once I've gone out and about, completely would have forgotten it. So yeah, I'm not going to start putting more things in here. But yeah, there you go. That's my review of the Tacticore, the tactical scrunchie. The company's Tacticore. I am not sponsored. I'm just very enthusiastic about them. If you are from that company, hello. Oh, again, I was saying about guys can wear hair clips. Guys can also wear scrunchies if you need to. If you want to put your hair up, then please, you know, again, if anyone's judging you for it, then that's their problem, not yours. And that's what I sincerely believe. So yeah, I'm gonna sign off because I actually need to shower. And this is the only thing I have found, but that's just for me, probably because my hair's so long. Occasionally it does catch, but easy, I got it out, no problem. What I've done is it came in a set of 4, is I've swapped them around. So if you can see, one says centimeters, one says inches. So they came like paired up with centimeters and inches, but I swapped them over, so 1's inches, 1 centimeters, just because that worked for me. You can do what you want if you decide to do. So yeah, this is a very nice envelope. I like the presentation on this, thank you. And then obviously you've got silica gel everywhere now. So yeah, there we go. There is my items from Tacticore that I've bought on this time, and a couple of items I already had from them. I'm definitely waffling now, so I'm going to sign off because I need to stop talking. So if you have been, thanks for watching. I've been Michelle, you've been listening, and I will see you next time. Bye!